Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's G from Happiness and Crafting. So today I'm just going to do a nice quick video. Well, I think it's going to be quick anyway. We're working in the Lapbook that we made on Sunday, and I'm loving it. It's just sort of like the basic bit that we made on Sunday, and I'm loving it. It just sort of like folds up like that. It was made with 2 books, and I'm just loving it. So I'll pop the video down so you can see how I made the outside covers. So after making that, I did have a little play, just to see how I would sort of like work in it, which I'm loving. So I think I did a little bit of this. I can't really remember now, but I'm loving it, which is great. So it goes like that. So this just opens up, nice little bit. This opens up like that. I've got a little pocket in here. Let me find a piece of card. I've got a pocket there. This little piece here, if you can see, it's like a little sort of box thing like that, which I've just put some numbers on. I'm going to use it as a little pen holder, so it doesn't interrupt with anything, because this is sort of like a little spare bit, so it doesn't interrupt, and it just fits in there perfect. So love it. So that's lovely. This is a little pocket on here. This opens up like that. This opens up, which is lovely. I've got to put something on this bit, not quite sure what. I've got little pockets in these little flaps as well, and then this opens up, and we've got a pocket here. So lots and lots of pockets and flaps and flips and all sorts. Then I've got a little tag that I made there, and then I've just popped a little bit of a Velcro fastener just to keep that closed like that, which I'm just loving. So it just sort of like folds down and does up, which is lovely. These are just stuck on the top because I thought about that when I finished it, and I didn't want to sort of like make holes in that, so I've just sort of like glued them on, and we can do it up with a little bit of seam binding. So I'm loving it. So it takes a lot of sort of concentration, should I say, really, to sort of like figure out what I'm going to do. But this one on here, I've got a few bits. I'm just mixing and matching papers that I've got from my stash. I showed you some what they call scrapbook papers that I've got, and like this one was white on the back, so I just added the music paper to it as well. So on this one, what I thought I would do, I've got a few bits ready. I do need to sew around these before I stick them on. So I have got a piece of card. Now this cover is 8 inches and it is 26 inches long, which is about I don't know what that is in centimeters. I'll pop it under the screen anyway. We don't want that ruler because that's in centimeters. Well, let's do it in inches. So this whole thing is 4 3/4 inches, and that's the actual bit is like just under 4 inches, and these are sort of like 2 centimeters, which is sort of like ½ an inch on there. Centimeter wise, it is 12, or sort of like 9 3/4 centimeters, and again that's 8 inches or 20 centimeters. So that's the size of those, and I've just got like ½ an inch or a centimeter on those, and I'm going to pop that, stick one of the little flaps down like that, so it sort of like opens up and you've got this sort of like thickness on there. So I've got 2 of these. This one is just slightly smaller. I've made it just so it fits underneath, so it will open up like that. I'm hoping anyway. So these will stick down, and then I'm going to pop this. Now this is going to be a little pocket. So again, this is a centimeter here, and this is 13 centimeters, or what's that in inches? That's just over 5 inches, and that is just the width of the back cover. So what I'm going to do, I want to stick that on because I want to make like a little journal to tuck in there, and then these will sort of like flap over the top like that, so you can't see it like that, and we can have a little journal inside. So obviously this has got a little hasn't got any bottom on it, so whatever I put in it is going to fall off. So figuring out how I was going to put the bottom in, what I have done, I've got a piece of card which is the same length as this, the outside of this, and I've just scored it, so we got 1 centimetre in each, or 1/2 inch, so it's about 1 centimetre. It's just under 1/2 inch, 3/4 inch on there. No, it's not 3/4 inch, it's just under 1/2 inch, should I say. And then I've just scored it. Well, actually it's the same as this, so it's got to be the same as that, like that. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to stick that onto there, stick that down, so that is your bottom, like that. And then that's going to be quite tough, so it's not going to bend, I'm hoping. And then we can make a little journal that will just pop in there. Now I am thinking as well, so these don't bend at the top, I'm just thinking of making one of these just a square, just to stick at the top like that, so it doesn't bend down. So that's the same as how I made this on this bit here, which is just like this, but I had four bits and just bent it round and stuck it together and just stuck it onto the page like that. And then that's a pen holder. I've made it this big, but again you can make them as big as you like. But I was just thinking, oh, I've got a couple of sort of like little IKEA pencils somewhere, I don't know where they are, and I just thought that would probably fit in there as well. So guys, that is what I am doing. Now I am going to, which way up is this? I'm going to stick that on there because I want to sew around it. So I hope this is sort of making sense, because it's sort of like, it's very hard to figure out what you're going to do. It takes some time. That's why I sort of like had it ready for this video, because it's lots of hemming and hawing and oohing and umming and oohing, if that's a word, on what sort of things to do on it. I want to get that quite level, so like that. But I had lots of questions yesterday on what's a lapbook. Now, I should have said my idea of a lapbook or what it is yesterday. I do apologise, instead of jumping straight in and making a lapbook. Now, my thoughts on a lapbook are, when it was for students really, and they were a lot bigger than this. They were bigger than this. They were sort of like quite big, and they would have all of their sort of like one sort of like subject in it, and sort of like main areas of the subject, and put little ideas in books and things like that, and little focus words and stuff on there. I think that's where they originally came from. But so that's where they had them, and the students would sort of like have them on their lap to study and things like that. So if I'm completely wrong, please let me know. But that's my idea of where the lap books came from. But again, as crafters and journalers, journal makers, we do sort of like tend to sort of like jazz them up a little bit, don't we, and put our own mark on them. So this is, a lot of these ones are sort of like made from junk journalers and things like that, so they are going to sort of like change a little bit. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to bring my sewing machine in. Let's just make sure we are in view. I've changed the cotton to brown on this one now, because I want to have the purple that I was using, because tomorrow I'm going to be doing my wisteria journal, so I'm going to just chop and change from them, and I didn't want to use up all my nice purple cotton. So what I'm going to do, I've stuck that, talking away, I've just stuck that little bit onto the bottom and opened it up, and I'm just going to sew around here just to give it a little bit. I'm not sure whether I should put a little thing in here or not. I might actually do that, and then just sew around it. So I'm just going to find the middle, just so we are. Little notch, not a huge one, just a little bit like that. Sorry, that's probably quite noisy then. And then just ink it a little bit like that. That's better. That looks more like a pocket, doesn't it? Okay, so I'm just going to quickly just go around here. I'll speed this up, and then on these ones, which are the little flappy ones, I'm just going to go around the edge on these as well. And this one goes this way, so I'll do that quickly. Okay, so there we go. That's those done and sewn on there. So they look good. Okay, let me just trim these up a little bit. I've tried to sort of tidy my desk from yesterday because I was in a big mess. I had stuff everywhere. So I've tried to sort of tidy it anyway. What's that like? That's okay. That one got any little bits on. And what's this little one? That one hasn't got any bits on. So that's all nice and tidy. So I don't think, ink the edge on this. I did. I know I was going to just grunge it a little bit. Because I think the blue one, I sort of grunged the blue one up a little bit. So that's what I wanted to do. Just round this bit. Just a little bit. But it's quite nice getting out all my sort of like papers and stuff that I haven't, you know, my scrapbook papers to use. Because I haven't really used those for a long time. They've been hiding on my shelf. But I've got some nice ones in there. Look at the state of that. Messy old thing. Right, that will do. Let's pop those over there. Pop that back up on there. Let's get rid of my punch. Let's pop you on there. Okay, let's have a look. So I'm going to have to stick these down first. So all I'm going to do, this one goes that way, this one goes this way. Just stick them on the outside. So where this little line is, I inked them so that I know where they are. Let's just chop these little bits off. I think I'm just going to use tacky glue. I can always add pockets and stuff into these if I need to, but I want to get sort of like the basic bits down to see what else I need to do. So just a general sort of idea on things. Just gonna squidge that down a little bit. Okay. Let's see if I'm on the edge. There we go. Stick that down, and also have, oops, did that move? Also this bit, oh gosh, got glue everywhere. Such a grub. When this comes up and this comes up, I'm just going to show you quickly. These two fold in together like that. Am I in the right place? So they fit onto this spine nicely. So if you're going to do that, you need to make sure that you measure the spine so that these two sort of like fit in when it closes up. Because my spine is, what did I say the spine was? It's about just under 1.5 inches. So what's that? 3.5 centimeters on there. So just remember, you've got to have it sort of half the width of your spine, so these can fit into your spine nicely like that. So you can see that like that, so it sits in there. So there we go. I think that looks good. That's in there, I think. And then what we need to do is stick this one in. I'm not sure, this is a little bit shiny, so I'm not sure whether I should stick it down with a little bit of 3-in-1 just to be safe. I think. Got a little bit of shininess to it. These, I can't remember where I got these. I think they were in a pad of paper, scrapbook papers, but they're beautiful. Really lovely. And I do want this to be lots of different papers in here. So let's pop that right along that edge. Stick that down, open that up gently. Like that. Right. Must wait until it's dry because I am awful at carrying on with things and not letting them dry properly. So let's just bend that way. That way. So can you see? So these will just flap over each other like that. And I think this being inside will stop them obviously squashing onto each other. So that's the idea. Now the fun bit is going to be, so do I stick it this way? So I need to stick these together, don't I? And then that's it. And then that will just stick on. I'm hoping that it's going to be the right size. And that folds in. Yes, fabulous, lovely, lovely. So should I put that on the inside? I don't want to get anything caught on that, do you know what I mean? And then that's a great little bottom it's got on it. I think I'll just stick it like that, or on the inside. Then I'm going to stick it on the inside. Blob of glue there. I think I might need one of my little thingies for a second just to hold that in place. Do you think I'll be able to clip that in there? Like that. There we go. Same with this one, a little bit of glue on there. Pop that down. Oopsie. Put that on. Okay. I think that's pretty much in place. There we go. I quite like that. Now we need quite a lot of glue on this because we don't want that ridge, do we? Because we don't want things to get caught when we put things in. But I think that's going to work quite nicely. We don't need these on for too long. So that will sit like that, and that will sit on there. So I'm just going to make sure that we glue it in the right place. Am I in the right place for you guys? Probably. I hope you can see. I'm a little bit far out, aren't I? Okay, what should we do? I'm going to do 3 in 1. Stick this down. It will come out. So I've had a very busy day. Well, I have had a busy day. But we started off again with a beautiful walk on the beach this morning. It is absolutely gorgeous. It feels like it's really summer now, because our summer took so long to get here. So we went to the beach and we came back. We had breakfast in the garden, and then I went and got my nails done. They were looking very, very messy. And then came back and had lunch, and then I thought I'd better do a video. Feels like I'm on holiday. Not working, should be working. Look at that, love it, love, love, love. Now I think what I need to do, I'm going to just pop my lid on my glues a minute, like that. Where's my other lid? There it is, because it's very, very hot and it tends to dry out a little bit. I'm going to take my ruler, pop that down. I'm going to just go in and make sure that's stuck properly down and on the inside. So let's hope so. Hope that's stuck down. It hasn't moved. Let's see. Can you see inside? Can I see inside? I think that should be okay. I think that's popped out. It's popped out just a little bit there. Not quite as flat as it should be. There we go. I think that's better. There we go. Does that look like it's a bit flatter? So if you're going to do it, take your time. And hold that down. So that's squodging out. It's squodging out. Maybe I should have really done it with tacky glue. Might have worked better, but that's okay. That's good. That's good. So that will flop over. That will flop over. Maybe I'll have a little magnetic something or other on there. But I'm going to just turn it up so you can see this bottom bit. So, do you know what I mean? So nothing's going to fall out of there, I hope. So what I was thinking of doing is just popping a little one at the top like that, just along here, just so this doesn't do that, unless if I put the journal in there. I'm not going to have a huge journal, but I think maybe a little one. What do you think? What do you reckon? Maybe I can wait. It doesn't really matter which way round you put that. But I'm loving it. I do like this, and I love that, and I think this is quite nice to have something to write in as well, isn't it? So I think I might make one of these, and then I can show you how to do it, because it's the same as making this. Shall we do that? Now I measured this, I believe. I think it was 13 centimeters because I did it in centimeters. Yes, I'm going to do one. It's going to be 13, so this will just fold up. Lovely. Look at that. So that's really nice. Okay. Let's get this piece of card. Let me get my little choppy board. Right, make sure that's straight. So we need 13 centimeters. So 13 centimeters, which is just over 5 inches. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to score sort of like ½ centimeter, because that's what I'm going to glue down. So I'm going to just score ½ centimeter like that all the way down, and then I'm going to do 1 centimeter. All of your scoreboards I think will probably have centimeters or inches on there, both I mean. So that's 1 centimeter, then another one, and then another one. So we just need to make a nice long squarey tubey thing, and then this one we need to cut off at 1 centimeter. Okay, I think that's about right. Do you think that's right? These are a bit wibbly wobbly. Okay. And we bend them over like that. And this ½ centimeter one, that's the one that we're going to glue to the inside of the other one. So it makes our little tubey thing. Okay. Let's open this out. There we go. Can you see? So then that makes our little square. And that's how I made the little pen holder in here, which is this little one, which I think is really cute. I think that's really cute. And for the bottom on that one, so that will just glue in together. I'll glue that down. Should I glue that down? Well, I'm talking away. Shall we ink this? Should we give it a little bit of an ink? There we go. Then it won't match everything else then, won't it? Ink down the lines. So this bottom bit for the holder, I just popped a piece of card on the outside of it. So just bent it round, so that was easy to do. Okay, let's do the ends. Get a little triangle, look, couldn't we? Oh, what can we use that for? Oh, that's exciting. Lots of things we can use. Oh, I need to ink this edge. How are we doing for time? Okay, let me just... Okay, my camera was just about to go off then, so that was good timing. It only goes for half an hour, my camera, for some reason. I only film for half an hour. So what I'm going to do, so we've got 4 little 1 centimetre ridges on there, score lines, and then the half one I am going to glue, because this is going to go on the inside like that. Just glue that, squidge that down, and then that will fold in, and I'm going to get all sticky. There we go. Squash that down. Pop my lid on. Shall I glue it down with this? What shall I glue it down with? Okay, so there we go. We've got our little square, which I think is going to be perfect. Just sat up there like that. So like I said, that will hold this down and that will hold that down. So then it's not going to go so flat. Do you think we will be able to, we can pop our journal in there, can't we? What's that piece? That's another piece. Yeah, because I'm not going to have the journal poking out the top. It's going to be there, and I think that will probably... Do you think it's going to be wibbly wobbly? Okay, I'm going to put ends on it. Let me change my mind. Let's pop some ends on it. So I need to... Gosh, let me just score this properly. Let's take this little leftover bit. I'm going to take this back again. I'm going to score a... Oh, actually, I'm not going to score. I'm going to cut 1 centimetre off. That should be enough for both ends. I don't think we need very much, do we? What am I doing? What am I doing? Let's me think. I need to then score this 1 inch. Not that it really matters. I can just bend that around there like that. Can you see? So you just need like a little end piece. So let me just chop that off. So that's one end, and then I'm going to put this like that, bend that round the end like that. You can score it sort of like 1 centimetre. I don't think we need to. And I'm going to just chop that off. You don't need that piece. Okay, let's take this out of the way so we can see. You can see what I'm doing. So we've got sort of like 2 ends like that. I think this one's a little bit too long. Okay, and then these are just going to go either on the inside. I suppose they could go. Oh no, it's not going to be very easy to put them on the inside. Is that right? There we go. Trust me, then that just sticks around the end. It's probably not the best way to do it, but it will help support it, won't it? I'm going to just round the edges off like that, just to give it a little bit of decoration, just to make it look a little bit pretty. You can use your little corner punch if you want to, but I'm just going to go, oops, round the edge like this, and then ink it. Just ink it around like that. Then all we need to do then is just glue them on either end, like that. A little bit of ink there. Okay, so which way shall we have it? Shall we have it, so I suppose we could have it like that, couldn't we? So you can actually see them. A little bit more ink on there. Okay. I'm just going to ink this bit first. Make sure there's ink all over it. Pop that on the end, like that. Make sure that's stuck on. Hold that down for a minute. Stick this piece on. Like I said, there might be an easier way of doing this. You probably think this is a bit faffy. Do you reckon it's a bit faffy? But I think it will look quite nice at the end. There we go. And then that can stick down. That's like a little decorative end bit. Like that. Let's do this one. A little bit of glue. Make sure we are on the right end. Like that. Oh, doesn't know whether it's going to fit. Oh yeah, it is. There we go. Hold that on. Pop a little bit of glue on there. Pop that on. And hold it down. Make sure it's in the right place. It's just the little finishing touches, I think, that look quite nice when you're doing journals, isn't it? Like I say, it's just the little bits. So which is the nicest bit? I think that might be the nicest bit to stick on. Well, I hope this is going to work. Oh, it says me glue. Let's put my lid back on again. There we go. Take these pieces and like I said, so that is, yeah, because that's the ridgy bit, then that will just sit on there like that. I quite like that as like a little decorative edge. Now I'm going to have to turn this around this way so that I can actually see what I'm doing, because it needs to go at the end of these. What should I stick it on with? I'm going to use this, I think. That's stuck really nicely. This way. There we go. Let's hope this doesn't get in the way. I suppose you could hang dingly danglies off it, couldn't you? Okay. What do you think? There we go. That's it the right place. That's it the right place. So we, oopsie daisy. Just moved that. So let's just hold that for a second. Make sure that's going to be stuck down properly. But that just gives it that much support, and I think it looks good, especially when it's closed up. Okay guys, I'm happy with that. Like that way round. I suppose I could have put some like little brads or something on there to make it look a little bit special. Right, now I'll tell you what I did find. I've got a little box of goodie things in here. Are they in here? I must have made, I've got envelopes and all sorts on here. Must have made these a long time ago, because I found them in my stash. So it looks like I've stuck papers to paper. But I'm just wondering whether they're a little bit small. I wanted a sort of more of a taller journal actually to put in there. So maybe I'll do that. Yeah, these are a little bit too small. I think I would like one a little bit bigger. But you know, you get my idea, I hope. on there. Oh, there we go, guys. I love it. I think it looks really nice. So that will be, not quite sure on a closure on this one yet. I'd like to do something a little bit different to this one here. So we shall see. So maybe I'll have that going that way. So it's sort of like the opposite side closing like that. So let me just do this up. Got a few more little bits to add into there at some point. If you wanted, obviously, if you wanted to do the pen one, you just put one of these at the bottom. Don't obviously put one of them on both ends, but that's stuck there. Lovely. I'll take these out because I don't need those. This will close up. I will show you what it looks like. So that is what it looks like, and that is just perfect. So it just finishes it off lovely, and obviously that's the other end. That's the bottom of the pocket. So loving it. So there we go, guys. Fabulous. And then, like I said before, this closes up and it fits the spine just perfect, like that. And then we've got still lots of room in there, lots of room to pop little bits and pieces in. So there we go, guys. That is what we've done today. So I'm loving it. I hope you're loving it too, and I'm giving you some sort of like a few ideas anyway, to make one yourself, because it's quite simple. It's quite simple, the basic book idea. The actual lap book idea is good, and then how you decorate each sort of like section is entirely up to you, but I'm hoping you know I've given you a couple of ideas there so far. So loving it. All right, guys, well, thank you so much for joining me. Tomorrow I am going to be doing the wisteria journal. So like I said, I'm going to chop and change. So I have different ideas for different things, and then I won't get bored with one thing. So that'll be good. All right, guys. Well, thank you so much. Have a fantastic rest of the day. Take care, stay safe, and I will see you soon. All right, guys. Bye-bye.